Thank you for watching my video. Today I'm doing a little bit of a follow-up onto a video I did a couple of weeks ago talking about the 5 top best features to buy and the reasons to buy Path of Fire, the Guild Wars 2 expansion. And as a result of that, some messages I got on that video and also in-game, I was asked a couple of other things that I think people should be brought and made aware of. What should they be saving up right now? Well, one of the things I'm actually saving right now is a lot of loot bags. So things like bags of gear, bags of loot, anything like that. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because Guild Wars 2, I don't know if it's going to be for the entire world of Tyria, but I know for Path of Fire they're introducing a new loot system. And this is where, for Masterwork and Fine Gear, you'll receive one bag. So imagine receiving this bag that says it'll give you a drop of Fine or Masterwork gear, like this one. You can actually exchange it to a vendor. Now this is a bit different, so obviously we've got the bags of gear here, but you would get a token that you could go and exchange for gear. Rare and exotic drops will still occur the natural way in the game from those little wooden chests that you pick up. I'm saving these for a number of reasons. The bags that you actually open have a set amount of items that it can get from that it picks from. When you open up the double clicker bag, it has a certain amount of options that it can go for. For example, if we actually look at a Black Lion chest, when we actually look at it, we preview, and you can have all these selections. So it's the same thing when you open a loot bag. It will have all of these, all of the items that you can identify or pick from, and you'll get that as a reward. But when Path of Fire comes out, those loot tables may introduce new types of materials. If we look at our banker and the material storage, they've already extended the material storage by bringing in lots of new different materials, and this I expect to be increased yet even more so. Think about when we had Heart of Thorns, we had new items, or if you even go back to the very beginning when we had passion fruits with the Southern Cove, we then have nopals and prickly pears that came with the first Living World maps, which were the Silver Wastes and also Drytop. Then we had other things that came in with Heart of Thorns, mussels, allspice berries, sawgill mushrooms, and now oysters has come in with the Living World Season 3. So we're constantly getting our materials increased. This is one of the reasons why I'm not opening my loot bags. I believe that some of these generic bags, alright, yes, things like the noxious seed pouches, mushroom caches, they're going to be actually have a set amount. Whether or not they're going to change their loot table too much, I don't know. But things like the bags of gear and utility backpacks are definitely going to include different weapons and armor pieces and materials that you'll be able to get with Path of Fire. It's speculation. I don't know for sure, but we'll have to see when it comes to that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping hold of that. A couple of people actually mentioned about the unidentified dies I have in here. This is due to me opening a huge amount of chests when it was the Balthazar chest special, and I got a lot of unidentified dies. I'm actually just going to hold on to them until they get to about 30 silver again. Whether or not they'll go back up that high in the near future, not sure. They may introduce new dies that again you might be able to get lucky from. But again, if I decided to sell them now, then they're selling for 24 silver on the trading post, and I could get, after tax, about 53 gold. But I'm just holding on to that for right now. The Ascended Gear items, again, I haven't actually unlocked them. I've received these through raids and fractals, and the reason why I'm going to actually leave these is I'm waiting to see if they introduce any new stats that come in. And again, Path of Fire, because with the raiding they usually will update their stats so that you can access these new stats as well. In terms of food, I'm not doing anything, and in terms of sigils, I'm not predicting anything either. I know some guildmates and some other players in game have speculated heavily on sigils and runes. I'm not doing that. I'm just keeping these just because these are account bound and I can't be bothered. I think I might wait till I get a set and they might turn out to be useful. I am keeping hold of, I mentioned in the previous video, PvP potions of PvP rewards for the new PvP reward tracks. The same can be done for the World vs World reward potions. You can use those for any new rewards in World vs World. We're also, I have a number of tomes of knowledge that is going to be used for a new character I'm leveling up, as are some of these experience scrolls. Not really saving any of these boosters, they're just in there in generic format. The Black Line claim tickets, I'm hoping that they do a special on there, but we'll have to wait and see. Same with siege weapons, this is just my storage, natural storage. So there's the things that I'm actually saving up on. But it was interesting to point out, what new things are we likely to get in with the Heart of we came in with Heart of Thorns, but also what are we looking for in Path of Fire? Well, in Heart of Thorns we got access to where I am right now in our guild hall, and we got access to scribing, and scribing required a lot of materials, a lot of recipes, a lot of different types of materials that you needed that you didn't previously need to. This is where stockpiling materials could be very, very useful. What materials? I'm not too sure. But I do imagine they're to introduce a few new scribing items, because obviously being in a new environment, they have done it with Living World Season 3. They've introduced new things into the guild halls that you can do. I expect there to be a lot more new items that you can do with guild halls as well, because they are introducing a new guild hall, and it would make sense to introduce some new things that you can do in the guild hall, be it buildings or other types of things. Personally, I'd love to see crafting stations in a guild hall, but whether or not we'll see that, I don't know. Stockpiling materials could be a useful thing to do. I haven't done that completely because I've been in the mode of making some materials and making some special weapons, but so that's why my money is a little bit low and I'm selling resources. However, it's something you should keep an eye on. A lot of resources may be in demand, particularly those that need kits. For example, if you go down to the scribing section, you have the finishing kit. The simple one's usually the first one, and that uses a lot of certain dyes, particularly blue dye. That's always very, very popular. Whereas the higher level dyes, the brown dye is always very, very popular as well. What we might need is as well ascended materials. Are we going to be having any new recipes come into the game? Absolutely, we're getting new recipes. We are looking at, if we go back to Heart of Thorns and see what came in. Well, let's look at our collections. Well, think about it. When we had the specialization collections, we had things like this. We had a weapons collection that you had to go through and collect lots of things of. You had to do race adventures, which would be interesting to see if they bring in adventures again. You had other different things that you had to do that you ended up getting a special weapon from. There was an armor set that you had to collect lots of different armor for that, and you had to do and use different materials to purchase certain pieces. I would expect the same thing to happen again in Path of Fire. Look at the rare collections. Well, what did we have? Well, we had the Luminance Black piece, so again you had to spend things, you had to work out things, but there are other things that you had to do as well and save up on to craft. The legendary backpack that we got, think of all the things that we had to do there. I expect there to be something else legendary, like we've had legendary trinkets come in, legendary armor, we've had legendary weapons. What else are we going to get in? We're definitely going to get other collections and other achievements to go for, so keep an eye out for things that you might want to protect. You can speculate. This is a lot of speculation, this video. I would definitely say though, things that you are guaranteed to, it's best to save up on. I'm saving up a lot of my bags. Admittedly, some of these aren't going to be too worthwhile. This is on my 55 character because that's quite the best way to make money right now, instead of opening on a level 80 character because of the different amount of variations in the materials. So the linen, the platinum, and the leather and the hardwood are pretty much better than getting any of the T5 materials. But is there anything else that you should be saving up? I would recommend teleport to a friend. If you are, you are get lucky and you get some of these could be very, very popular because these maps are going to be huge. And using these teleport to a friend could be really good ways of getting around the map and can help you to explore. We've had a lot of that in the Living World Season 3. If you actually look at, if we go to the open world and we look at the new maps, so let's look at Date Lake Draconis Mons. You've got at the end of the jumping puzzle, use teleport to a friend. Siren's Landing, usually there'd be someone on there. Not too many other ones going on right now. Ember Bay, you have to actually pass a lot of different tag a lot of different things. So the teleport to a friend can be very, very useful, and I would highly recommend that. So that's another video, just other things that you can do to prepare yourself for Heart of Thorns. As well, make sure you have those XP boosters. These in particular are going to be hugely worthwhile. A lot of these are very, very useful to have. When Heartthorns came out, it was a free-for-all on the masteries. We needed XP. Okay, you had to unlock masteries. I can't see it because I'm on my level 50, I think 56 character. But you unlock the masteries and you needed experience quicker and quicker and quicker. These boosts are a fantastic way. Don't throw them away, buy them cheap. Look at the food that gives you plus 15 experience. That's going to be nice to have. I don't think I have any, unfortunately, right now on me. But always keep that food going. And I'd highly recommend when you get in there, get those new masteries, start training them up, because you will really appreciate them the quicker you master them. Anyway, it's a nice little follow-up. If you have any other things that I've not covered, please leave them in the suggestions below. It'd be great to hear other things that I've not missed. What else should I look for to do? You know, we know that legendary weapons aren't going to be a massive influx. They're going to keep doing them with the living world. But what else could we look to save up for? Any suggestions? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you on the next video.
It's PvP, legendary weapons, how to make gold in Guild Wars 2, and Mike Talk. Please use these links below to help support my channel, and I'll keep producing content you enjoy.